Give it like 5 seconds. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for watching my video. I'm actually doing this as a live because I do not want to actually edit the video. So what we're doing today is another marking up of documents, another notary tip. This is actually a new company for me. So let's go through these documents. Before I get started, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I really appreciate that. Oh, I got the wrong name on here. Let me fix my name. And I left my notary phone over there. But let me go get that real quick. All right, I'm so sorry about that, but yeah, I am doing a markup video just telling you how I prepare my documents. This is a new company for me, so we'll be going through it together for the first time. All right, so the first thing in this package is a notary closing checklist. Let's see. This is just a checklist. It does say how much cash to close is and where they can pay it to, so that's a good reminder. Let me read the instructions to you. Make sure documents are dated correctly. Dates must match the signing date. Please do not predate or postdate any documents. Signing is tonight, so that's fine. Check that closing disclosure and loan documents have printed correctly and are not cut off or distorted in any way. Please only use letter or legal size paper. Print an additional copy of the entire loan package for the borrower and deliver to them at closing. Here is my copy for them. So I got that already. Complete customer identification verification forms. Copy of valid photo ID is required. All right, so I do that every time. And then sign and complete it by, so that'll just be my name right there. All right, next document in here is the shipping label. Just always bend it back. All right, post-closing confirmation. Drop the medicine bottle. All right, so the signers, date of closing, that's today. Tracking number, this is UPS? This is UPS. I've made that mistake, taken to the wrong company. So I can go ahead and put my name on there. Is that better? I don't know what I look like. List must be initialed by notary and faxed to the title company for post-closing confirmation completion, or there will be a reduction in your closing fee. Please check here if it was a successful closing, so I'll do that afterwards. Required documents, deed of trust, riders to the deed of trust, warranty or quitclaim deed if applicable, truth in lending, right to counsel, itemization of amount financed. Additional copies and/or documents to be signed at closing, signed and notarized original mortgage deeds of trust, signed and notarized original warranty or quitclaim deeds, copy of valid ID for all parties involved with this transaction, signed closing disclosures, and title affidavits. All right. So the first document is the compliance agreement. It does have a notary stamp on it. I mean, it does have a notarization language. It is a jurat. Sworn and subscribed is a jurat. It looks like both clients need to sign and I only need to sign. No date is needed from me. Pages that will be skipped is the privacy policy, the notice. Next document is the survey affidavit of no change, state of Texas, county of blank. Okay, sign. Sworn and subscribed to me before on the 29th day of July 2021. So there's nothing for me to sign on, nothing for me to mark up on that one. The owner affidavit. So this is one I do need to mark up. They need to sign, sworn and subscribed to me before this 29th day of July 2021. My signature goes there, but we won't do that until I'm in front of the clients. But my commission expires in 2024, so I put that date down. Next is obligation of debts affidavit. Sworn and subscribed before me, so there's nothing for me to put there. But these are all notary documents that need notarizations. Domestic relations child support enforcement lien. So they need to fill out number 2. Number 3, sign, and then I sign and notarize. A request to close account. They just need to sign. The lender will put the rest of the information on there. T47, residential real property affidavit. They just need to sign, but I need to put the county that the sign is in, state of Texas. So I want to subscribe this 29th day of July 2021. And again, I'm doing that on the T47 residential real property affidavit. That is a Texas document, so you may not, if you don't live in Texas, you may not see this document. All right. Next document is the lender and settlement agent. Just signatures for them. It's a T64, which is another Texas document. Next is designation of homestead. So I need to put the state and the county on there. This has 2 notarizations on it. 29th day of July 2021. And county again on this 29th day of July 2021. And it has by on there, so I need to write in their names. And their names are, forgot. There it is. Kelly and Mia. Is that Kelly with an EY? No. Okay, I had to write their name on there on this particular jurat because it was not included, but it was asked for. This will require 2 stamps on this document because it's a jurat and an acknowledgement. I am now at the Alta statement. Just need their signatures. They do have a cash to close amount, which is on, I'm at the closing disclosure. It does have a cash to close. I always make sure that the closing disclosure is correct. I've had a problem this week where there were 3 different closing disclosures, all in the same, package, and all 3 were wrong compared to what the customers got. But the closing disclosure, there's nothing for me to sign, but they do sign the, looks like 5th page of this closing disclosure. It looks like there's 2 closing disclosures. Let me see if they're separate for each borrower. No, there's just 2 different closing disclosures, but they're the same. So that's cool. Next is the STG Gap Indemnity Agreement. So I need to write on here, because this is a notarized document, that this was executed this 29th day of July, 2021. They'll sign here, and then I need to date it again. This is a STG title affidavit. Affidavits typically need to be notarized. Here it is. So yeah, this STG title affidavit does need to be notarized. So let's see. Looks like this is a document they created in Office as well. It's not a form. So it's a jurat, so it's sworn and subscribed before me this 29th day of July, 2021. Notary Public for Texas. So I will remember that. We are now in the loan documents. First few documents are non-signature needed documents. This particular package was heavy on the legal size paper, so I had to use a lot of that. Loan disbursement instructions, there's no signature on that. Costs and credits itemized by paying, crediting party, no signature. Okay, here's some notes. Attention closing agents, please check your printer settings prior to printing. That's just printer information for me. Next is the loan application. All right, so this particular loan application says on here in the type of credit that both borrowers need to initial in the type of credit box. So there's been a lot of debate about if it's one person or if it's both. I typically always do both, but if it does say one, I only do one. But this one does say both on it. Each borrower intends to apply for joint credit, your initials. So there's space for both of them to initial on this uniform. Residential application. Sharika Craver, to answer your question, I'm not full-time, I'm just part-time. But I do pretty well just doing it part-time. I'll type that in the chat as well. All right. All right, demographic information. A lot more fluff. This is the second page to, or the second person's application. So again, they will initial in the type of credit box, and then they will sign further back. All right, now we're on the note, which is the information about the actual loan and the payments. It's just for them to sign. There's no notarization needed on the note. The deed of trust. Some deed of trust requires initials on every page. This particular one does not. It is 10 pages long. Extra sheet of paper was in there. Legal paper costs way too much money, so yeah. So the deed of trust, I keep everything in order that it printed out, and just go through the document that way. But for the deed of trust to mark up, you're going to put the county name on there. And then before me, you write in your name. My name is Michel. Write in my full name. And then after my name, I always write Notary Public if it's not already on there. On this day, personally appeared the signers known to me or approved. I don't know how they're going to do that, so I do leave that blank. Given under my hand and seal out of this office on the 29th day of July, 2021. And then my signature, but I can't sign until I am in front of the signers. Next is the 3-day right to counsel. Okay, I felt like my printer was eating paper. But they only have 2 copies in here. But you know, they do have 3 business days from today to cancel the loan. They would just not need to send one of these in, signing the middle box. There's nothing for me to notarize or mark up on that page. The next document is the first payment letter. They need to sign the bottom of that page. First payment coupon. I always give them just this, just to have, so they know when their first payment is. Some documents from, it looks like they're changing the servicer. So it doesn't look like there's anything to sign on that one. That's the first time I've ever actually seen that one that wasn't an official form. Next is Escrow Waiver. They just need to sign that they are waiving escrow, which the clients have the right to do. Next is the Amortization Schedule. Some amortization schedules don't have a signature, some do. The ones that don't have a signature for the clients, I typically will tell them to initial the last page just so I can show that they saw it. This one has a signature, so they will have to sign the last page. Next document is the borrower consent to the use of tax return information. Just needs them to sign, nothing for me to do. Borrower certifications and authorization, just needs for them to sign, nothing for me to do. Equal Credit Opportunity Act notice, another signature. Next is errors and omission compliance agreement, just for them to sign. There's no notary on this one, which is different from my other companies that the compliance agreement, I think, does have a notarization on it. So be mindful that different companies have different things in them. Flood hazard determination, just a signature is needed. Hazard insurance authorization, requirements and disclosure, just need for them to sign. There's nothing for me to mark on there. Notice of furnishing negative information, nothing for me to sign on that. They just need to sign. The W-9, I don't know why they printed this W-9 on this legal paper, but whatever. So W-9 for one signer, then W-9 for a second signer. All right. Form 4506, make sure they check the box and then sign and make sure all the information is correct. Make sure they check the box. I have some companies that'll have the box already checked, but this one does not. So I always say make sure you read the statement, check the box, and then sign. And there's nothing to be notarized on that. Texas collateral protection insurance requirements. No notarization is needed. Okay, so this is a compliance agreement. Here, let's see if I can show it without showing too much information. Compliance agreement right here. And this one has a notary stamp on it. But the other one that was earlier was also a compliance agreement and didn't have a notary stamp on it. So you have to be very mindful of that. That's why it's just always best to go through your paperwork before you're signing, because stuff like this can pop up and really confuse you. I know when I first started, it was confusing the heck out of me. Like, why would one document with the same name need 2 different things? But as far as marking up the compliance agreement, this is a before me. I write my name, Michel, and then comma notary public. On this day, personally appeared the signers, known before me through blank or blank. I leave that blank until I get in front of the signers, and then given under my hand and seal on this office of the 29th day of July, 2021. One second, I have to answer this call. Hello, Paranotary.
Hello?
Yes.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I sent you an address in the morning time.
Yeah, you sent me the address a little bit earlier for 2:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure.
Yes, sir. I'll be there at 2:30.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, you're only about 4 or 5 minutes away from me, so yeah, I'll be there at 2:30.
Okay.
All right. You have a great day, sir.
You too.
All right. All right. So that was just a a quick notary I have before this actual appointment. But going back to the compliance agreement, it's just this particular one has notary on it, the other one didn't. So make sure you look out for stuff like that. The next document is the notice of no oral agreements. There's nothing for me to write on that, so you don't have to mark that one up. Next is notice of penalties. Every single one of these is a notarization. Notice of penalties for making false and misleading statements. This is again a before me one, so you have to write your name in. And then after your name, if it doesn't say Notary Public, always write in Notary Public. And then the date, 29th day of July, 2021. Signature stamp and how they proved who they were, you will do in front of your clients. Texas refinance of existing home equity loan to non-home equity loan under section 50F2. Let's see. Thought that was a new signing available. All right, so it looks like there is a notary on the second page for this one. So put the county in there. Before me. I have been a signing agent since January of this year, but I'm actually a trained paralegal, and I was doing real estate closings in Georgia for about a year before the pandemic started. Before I was let go during the pandemic. I love doing it, so I do it now part-time here in the state of Texas. But I've been doing my own notary work for about 7 months now, since this is the 7th month. All right, so I marked that one up. So the next document is the signature name affidavit. There should be one for each borrower, a separate one for each borrower. Both do have to be notarized. So they're using the same language, or this is actually a jurat. So sworn and subscribed to me before me, sworn to and subscribed before me. Write my name in. Then always put Notary Public behind my name, just in case it's not there. And then the date. All right, and then the second signature name affidavit for the second borrower. Okay. So full name in. And if you created your notary seal or your notary commission with your full name, you have to write your full name out. So I have to write my first, middle, and last name out every time. And my middle name is god awfully long. So just be mindful of that. I'm going to change it to just put my middle initial G when I in 4 years. The Patriot Act is filled out in front of the clients with their ID. This particular one said I only needed one copy of ID for it. So their ID will be good enough. I won't have to get a second copy. But right now, all I'm doing is printing my name in and dating. I'll do the signature in front of the clients. Next is the Affidavit of Occupancy. The first page is always their signature page. The second page is where you do your notarization at. And again, this is my first time working with this particular company. A lot of the paperwork is similar to what I've seen before in the past, but some of the stuff does look different. So you just have to always go through your paperwork and make sure you are reading everything that you're getting, because they could change the wording on paperwork that you're used to seeing because it's a different company. And my hand is starting to hurt. 2021. All right. And that was the occupancy statement, if I didn't say that, that we just did. The next document is the tax record information sheet. They shouldn't have anything to put on this, but if they do, I always give it to them, but there's nothing for them to sign on that document. Next document is the COVID attestation. They just need to sign on the second page, just saying that COVID-19 did not greatly affect their finances and other stuff. Their insurance, I always get them to initial every page of their insurance unless it's a big package. Then I get them. Oh, see, I should have did that, but I didn't know. I got my notary like at the end of December, and I didn't do my first actual notarization till like mid-January, and just never changed anything. And they were like, "Yeah, you got to wait the 4 years to change it." And my middle name is very long, so I have to write it out every time, and it just takes so much time out of what we're doing. Okay, what is this? Never seen these documents before. Give me 1 second. So I'm looking at the VA conventional payoff statement. I don't see a signature for them to update their contact information. Okay, so it looks like this is just some information about paying off the loan, where to submit the payments and stuff like that. And if they need to update their mailing address, they can do that. Okay, so there's nothing to sign in this VA conventional payoff statement or anything like that, but it does have some very much needed information. So what I would do with that before flipping it over, I would say you have a copy of this in your copy. Make sure you look at that for all the information you need. All right, I'm now in the attorney documents and I'm almost done. Let's see. All right, so the first document is the privacy notice from the attorney. It's just signatures for the borrowers right there. It's another privacy notice, signature for the borrower. The representation fee letter, just signature for the borrower there. The release of lien. I don't see. Yeah, this is not for me. All right, so I flipped that one over. Renewal and extension exhibit, the renewal and extension rider. This is a rider to the deed of trust. So that's just for the borrowers to sign. Affidavit regarding refinance of an existing home equity loan to a non-home equity loan. Actually never have seen this document before, but it does have a notarization on it. So let us sign, good people. The instrument was acknowledged, sworn, and subscribed before me on this 29th day of July 2021 by the clients. My signature go there. State of Texas. Print out my name. And my commission expires. Okay, Miss Cat, can you calm down? All right, so this was, again, let me read this one. This is a first for me. Affidavit regarding refinance of an existing home equity loan to a non-home equity loan. Let's see if you can see it without getting too much info in it. It's not going to clear up, but yeah, this is the first I've seen of this document. So I'll definitely have them read it. When I come back and quality check my stuff, I'm gonna definitely go through and read it so I know exactly what it is. All right, the next document is the mineral rights agreement. Texas has very strict mineral rights. In other packages, this is a notarized document. It looks like it's not a notarized document in this package, so they just need to sign it, understanding their mineral rights. Okay, we have some attorney review documents, some payment documents for how much the attorney gets paid for preparing the documents. Back to privacy notices. All right, so I actually put their copy in my main copy, so I'm actually done preparing my documents. So now all I have to do is wait around to leave at 5 from the house, and that is it. But this was just a quick video on how to prepare documents. If I wasn't doing, all the extra talking stuff, it'll probably take about 20 minutes, 15 at that, to get documents prepared. I like to prepare all my documents before I go to the client, so I'm not surprised by any documents that I've never seen before. But thank you so much for watching this. Where's my camera? Thank you so much for watching this. I really enjoy doing these videos, showing you how I prepare my documents and stuff. If you have any questions, you can always email me at paranotarytexas@gmail.com. Or you can put in a comment. I always answer comments. So other than that, have a great day. Bye-bye. Peace.